friends, and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm running alone. Lorraine had some bad news of her brother, and looks like he will not be here for that much longer. We knew it was a very difficult diagnosis that was going to come with this cancer, and so he's now got this time frame, and it's not very long. So I thought maybe it would be really appropriate at this time to bring up this canvas that I'd been talking about for a long time. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to talk about The 13th Hour by Yume Art, Diamond Art Club. The reason I want to bring it up now is because it's got some introspective stuff, and for me, when we're doing diamond art, we have to have a connection to it. Like, we just don't pick any old thing. We really want the story. We want it to hit our heart, and that we are truly emotional about it. And this canvas is very intriguing. Some people may go one way, some people go another way, but it's open to your interpretation, because that's what art is. An artist may create something, and it may mean different things to different people. This is the interesting thing, right? So this is what I feel this does. It's very intriguing, and the timing of it is the right timing to bring this one up. So this is one I had brought up before, the 13th Hour. And the reason I brought it up, so if you want to know, it's a big canvas, and this is the one that we're talking about here. The reason, I'll bring it up real close. The reason it's important right now is because the topical part is quite interesting, but the surprising part is that my wife and I received this. We had ordered 2 canvases, and it was buy one, get one for 60%, I think it was. And so Diamond Art Club has these big, especially Black Fridays. So we did that, and lo and behold, you know, we see the box is bigger than just 2 in there, and we find there's another box in there. Nothing that we had on a wish list or anything that we ordered or anything. It was just there. Even on the packing list, I said, well, it should be at least some showing on the packing list or the company or anything. Nothing at all. So we just got this Diamond Art Club box. And like I said, I was very surprised by it. And I thought, you know what, but it's hitting me now. There's certain things in here that would be interesting to talk about. The canvas itself is really great. Just to give you a little bit of an idea on this, this one has 91 colors, and you can see why. I mean, the art itself, I mean, he's painting, right? So if he's painting, he's gonna have lots of colors involved. 91 is a lot. For Diamond Art Club. So this one has 91 colors. It has 3 ABs, 5 fairy dust, and I really like, lots of us like fairy dust because it's a little harder to place ABs. Fairy dust is like a much easier coating that's built into it so that it's not, you know, hard to place or anything. It's much easier to place, almost like a normal drill. So or diamonds. So this one had about 93,177 diamonds. So it's pretty big. It is 25.6 by 35 inches. It's 65 centimeters by 88.9 centimeters. So Lorraine and I, we're going to schedule next Saturday. So this Saturday, I'm introducing this canvas. It's coming into our stash that we're going to be working on. So we have listed a number of canvases that we're going to work on this year. We are going to review those next Saturday. So please join us as we go through the progress we're making on all the canvases. And I even went into Secret Garden, Josephine Wall one, and did a block, which, woo, lots of work. But, you know, we're set our mind to complete, and we're trying to go like a row by row basis. And that way we make progress all the way through the year. We're also looking out to the events too, to make sure that we cover events. So look out for that as well. If we keep making progress on these, we can incorporate some of these other canvases, and they can be part of some of the events that are coming up as well. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about that. Now we're going to talk about this. It's very interesting because if you check out the background of the artist, and the artist here, Yume Art, she says, "I love paintings." So this is an artist that really looks into meaning in her paintings, and this artist here also loves paintings with lots of tiny hidden details, she says. So the artist also picked a character. His name is Dante, and if you look, it's a major Italian poet. His work reflects on his themes of exile, justice, and spiritual journey. Okay, and I'm going to focus on the spiritual journey part because this is what hit me. But anyway, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to open it up. So I'm going to open up the canvas and we'll take a look. We have taken a sneak peek and looked at this already, but we're going to do it again because it's now going to be rolled into our rolling stock, I guess, of diamond paintings that we're going to be working on. So this will be one that we're going to work on. Kind of asked everybody what they thought of, you know, the ones that we were kicking around, and a lot of people brought this one up. So I think we all want to get into the discussion of it, what it means to you. That's more of what I want to do. Is I'll say, you know, my gut feelings for me, what this artist, this image means for me, but it can mean many things beyond that. And you know, like even Yume, she's got other concepts of what it is, and but for me, this is, I'll tell you what mine is. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull this down a little bit here so you can look at it, see most of it, because it's big. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're just going to spread that out a little bit. Okay, let's pull it out. And again, these Diamond Art Club has now added this sleeve part. You'll notice that? The sleeve on the end here. They've added that part. So that's where the art part is on there. The box then is basically pretty standard, but they've added this part here. So I thought that's kind of different. But anyway, let's take this out. Okay, and you'll see this is pretty big. That's a pretty big canvas, so there'll be some work involved here. And there it is there, the box. Okay. And there's the canvas. Okay, we'll open up this card. Okay, there you go. There's the card. Very nice. Okay. And it's a bronze card. Okay, so we got that. This one here will be fun to kit up because there's 91 colors. See all the colors? Quite a few colors in there. But that'll be nice to work on because I love the color, and most people do. Confetti, yes. There will be confetti, of course. Because there's that many colors, and the image changes into quite a few different colors. So I think it'll be quite interesting to work on this one. But let's just pull that out. Okay, so we're just going to move some things around here. as you can see, this is pretty big, right? There's the canvas rolling out here. And I think what I'll do, there's all your drills, like it's 91, so you can imagine 91 different colors in there. We can, with all these beautiful canvases, we can turn it, and we'll just roll it. Okay, straighten that out. There we go. And they rest very quickly. They rest after a while of being laid there. They rest pretty well. So the canvases are really nice and malleable that way. But that's what we love about the canvases. They're very easy to work with. And so let's straighten that out. And we'll just do a very quick, just a quick thing here. Turning it, and then we'll just lay it straight. There we go. Okay. Now, I hope you can see that. It's going to be hard to capture this all in one view, but maybe after I'll kind of zoom over it. I'll hand hold it and zoom over it, but that's your canvas there. And as you can see, it's a pretty big canvas. And I've got most of it in view. There's the top here, and here's the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna put it there. The drills, you can take a quick look at the kind of colors of drills we have. You're gonna see in the art that there's quite a few colors because he's a painter and he's painting. And he's got these colors laid out all over the place. So naturally, you're going to have lots of colors. And as you can see here, so look at that bundle of colors. So just think there's 91 different colors in here. And these colors are varied from all kinds of colors. See here, you can see a beautiful, beautiful purples, grays, bluish grays, see, kind of brown, dark blue. See, there's all kinds of colors in here. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And being that there's not as many ABs as there is fairy dust, there's lots of fairy dust in here. So I love, like I said, I love placing the fairy dust ones because they're really nice. But this is all you can see all the colors, right? It's quite varied here. And there's all these packets. See all the packets here, eh? So that'll be fun because it'll be quite varied. I think you get quite a wide view of types of colors and everything that you're going to be familiar with after a while. Also, what I'll do too is I'll just give you a quick view, and I'll go over it with the camera so you can see sort of the different parts of the canvas. And then we'll talk a little bit about this canvas and what the canvas means to me. So I'll be back and I'll hand hold this so you can see it. Okay, so I'm back and I'm kind of showing you a more close-up of this canvas. Unfortunately, I'm getting lots of glare because of course you got the plastic that is on there, right? So I'm trying to kind of move it so there's not as much glare, but here I think at this angle you can kind of see it better. So there you can get a good view. You can see all the bottles. There's where all the different paints and colors are. See that? And of course he loves cats, so you see some cat images all over the place too. Okay, so, but the key is, okay, so you see it going up here. The key is with this, okay, is you go look to the top and you see that there's a 13th hour, okay? So it's beyond a normal 12-hour clock. And that's what hit me right away. This is a 13-hour clock that he's painting. and he's infatuated with clocks. There's clocks around all over the place. Okay, so that's going to be the big story here with this one, is what it hit me is the 13th hour, and the name of this as well being the 13th hour. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but as you can see, it's very intriguing, all the colors, and you may see some other things in here that I haven't seen. She says that the artist puts in different things in here, and I haven't investigated it all yet, but one key thing has been sticking out with me. So anyway, I'll be back and we'll talk some more. Leave the camera there so you could sort of see as we're talking a little bit about the canvas. Like I said, surprise. I didn't expect this, and so it was free. And I thought, okay, well, it's hitting me. There's a message, and I've got to share that message. So apparently Dante, that's the name that she picked for this artist. And Dante was actually a major Italian poet, and his work reflected on themes of exile, justice, and spiritual journey, as I said. And it's that third part, the spiritual journey, which hit me. Now, there's some important things that hit you when you see art, and you got to go with it. That's the feeling you're getting from that art. And for me, what came out is, what do you think of 13? Number one, with all the clocks, first of all, time is on everybody's mind. I don't know if you're seeing that in any of your circles, but people seem to always be saying, boy, that time's flying. Do you ever notice that? Everybody's saying time's flying by. And it's true. You kind of look at it and say, okay, we just packed up again the Christmas decorations, and it seems like we just unpacked and packed, unpacked, packed. The time seemed to fly by. And so time is on everybody's mind, eh? And I think it's the speed too of our generation, and speed of what we do and how we do it very quickly. And so, but time is flying by. Now, 13th hour. Okay, 13, for one thing, that's not typical, right? Our normal daily clock is 12 hours. Why is there an extra hour? Okay, that extra hour to me is a time that's not in the current measurement. It's not envisioned. It's something out of the ordinary. So basically for me, a scripture came to me from the Bible, and it's Revelation 3:10. And this is Jesus speaking in this. So he says, "Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth." Now, this is Jesus speaking to the churches, the 7 churches. And the righteous church, the church that follows his commands and endures, notice the word endure. It seems like we're enduring through life right now. There's so many struggles that are going on. In Canada, it's even worse because our leadership is really crazy. But that's where we're at, and we don't put our hands into the leadership. It's God. So, but it's this thing about, what does it mean to you? What does that 13th hour mean to you? It also makes you think, when I was talking about this passing away that's going to come, and when you come to our age, you see a lot of people passing away. So, it's something that starts to hit you after a while, and you start to think about it more and more and more. But what about that time frame beyond what's on this earth? We're working on a 12-hour clock, but what about this time when you pass away? And then you experience that time in eternity. What is that eternity to you? And it's a matter of everybody coming down to it and deciding, what is eternity to me? Or does it even matter? Some people, it doesn't matter. for others like ourselves, we are very closely aligned to what Jesus has said. So if he says he's going to do something, then he's going to do it. And you go and look in John, you'll see Jesus speaking in there, and he talks about bringing his church together. So there's no doubt about it that he's going to do that. And the time of testing is going to be like this 7-year tribulation period. So that's why this is pulled out of the book of Revelation. And then it talks about those 7 years, and it's a terrible struggle for humanity there. But it's a time of judgment as well. So it's something that hits home for me, and that's probably why the canvas, and plus just getting it the way I did. So what I want to share with you guys is that I will be putting this into our rotation of canvases, and it is a beautiful canvas, as I've shown you. The colors and everything are really fascinating. There's a message in it. The message will mean something different to everybody. But I'll put a link as well on something you may want to watch. Watchman River channel is a great guy, Tom, on there. And he just talks about how, what we're heading forward towards. And it's not a fear-mongering or anything, but he has 157,000 subscribers, and he's in the East Coast, and he goes and sets up his car, and every day he's been going out there and talking about what's going on in Israel and the comments about that. So I'll put a little thing for Watchman River, and if you ever want to go and watch him, he's a fascinating guy. I've also used other sources, but my wife and I have been Christians since 1990, so our journey took us there to that point, and from that point on we've been devoted from that point on. So we do look forward to that time of the capturing away, or the rapture, or whatever you want to call that. We look forward to that, and we pray for other people as well, that they may come, if they haven't come to that they come to that decision on their own terms, and if they feel the eternity is that important to them or not. So that's, I think, what it comes down to, is eternity. Is 70 or 80 or even 90 years that much compared to an eternity? So when you look at time, right, we think, wow, I've experienced everything in this whatever 70, 80, 90 years, but just think what eternity is, and what it takes away is all the negativity away from you, so that you don't experience the negativity. So you think about it, and the struggles and all the troubles and struggles and everything, and everybody has them, versus taking that all away and having an eternity. So this is why this canvas is so important that I do it. And I'll like I said, I'll put it in. Next Saturday, Lorraine and I will be reviewing all the canvases that we've been working on. This one won't be started yet, but it will be in the next rotations, where we hope to update every Saturday where we're at on our canvases. And then at the month end, we'll do a complete review of how we're on in the whole bit here, and then if we've added any new canvases. But we're doing good progress so far. Even, like I said, I tackled Secret Garden, Josephine Wall, even tackle that one, which that could be a real struggle. We'll talk about it when we do the review. I'll talk about Lorraine too. We'll talk about how each canvas, how easy or hard it is, and what challenges we have with the canvas and everything. So we're going to feature that. I also want to check out our niece BREANNA. She's and I'll have a link for her at Garden Girl Seeds, and she just got her first diamond art canvas, and it's a big one. Go and check that one out, and because that, again, she's experiencing the canvas, what it says to her and how it links to her life currently. And I think that's, to us, it's the meaning parts, but there's a lot of meaning into the canvas, and that's why it encourages you to go in and work on it again. And so I think that's important, that people have that in them, that they really want to do that, to experience the canvas fully. So anyway, I thought I'd share that for this Saturday. Next Saturday, we'll have our video set up so that you can see the progress that we're making on all our canvases. So that's the challenge that we're going to go through. And like a lot of you you're going through this challenge of kind of dealing with that stash. And again, Lisette, and she's the big pusher behind this. And the Queen of Diamonds, we're also part of the Queen of Diamonds, and we're part of the Refresh Your Stash Challenge for 2026. So as a group, I think we're trying to all encourage each other to get on that stash and complete some of our old canvases that are sitting there. Otherwise, they get dated, and then you don't want to ever work on them. Can't get rid of them. So we just hope that, you know, we can make some progress on all of these this year. And we will share with you that we will also compare using Lisette's system of a month-by-month comparison of what was purchased last year in January versus what we purchased this year in January, and we will do that every month. So is it a plus or a minus? And you're hoping for more minuses because you're not buying as much as you did last year. So anyway, let's just take a look at that too. That'll be part of our review as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope this gets you thinking too about things. And some of you may be right on board with this, and others will think, well, I don't know, this maybe means something else to me. But one thing you can't let go is that there's clocks all over the place. In the corners up here, the main clock's right here, but there's clocks everywhere. So you know time is the main message here for sure, eh? So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and like I said, we'll see you next Saturday for our review. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Just wanted to show you a little bit of my kitting up of 13th hour. Okay, so here's the sticker sheet. Trying to arrange all the drills. There you can see all the different drills. Okay. Basically, I empty the bag into this nice big tray, and with this big tray, I pour into the tube. And these are the ones I'm using. We got these on a really good price, and they're bigger than the little standard tubes. You can see the size is quite a bit bigger. And we got these for a really nice price. And there's 40 of them in each tray. So that's what I'm going to be using to kit up. So I just thought I'd show you the process that I'm going to do to kit up these 91 different drills, colors. So there's quite a few of them, but should be fun. Anyway, so I thought I'd just share that with you. Thank you. Hello. I wanted to share, just as part of that video, I wanted to share my kitting up experience with the 13th hour. And wow, this was fantastic. I've used this, Lorraine and I have bought a couple of these before from Amazon. It's Moladino 40 slot. They're fairly large bottles, and they come on sale. They're 8x5, so that's 40. And they're beautiful containers. I can tell you, you know those, the little tube ones that you get, these ones handle 2 of those. Now, the beauty of that is that when you are kitting up something and you've got to have so many bottles. The other thing is that the Elizabeth Ward or the Diamond Art Club ones, you have all these varied sizes. So it's big one, little one, big one, little one. And it can look pretty hard to maneuver through them. But look how nice it is. This is the whole kitting up. These 2 here. Okay, so there's that one, this one, and then just a part of this one was kitted up. And by the way, I mean, look at these drills. Okay, look at that. Tell me that's not going to be cool. And I looked at the drills. By the way, the drills here, when you hear people kitting up and they say, man, I had to deal with static, and you often have to take out fabric guard. You have to put something there to take away the static. I had nothing like that here. Everything was fantastic for kitting up. But yeah, look at the drills too. You can, in the bottles, they always look more exciting, but you know, you can see the sheen and everything on these. It's really nice. I've got ABs here on the end, and then I've got fairy dust here. See, there's some fairy dust. Look at the colors. And the drills look really, really good. So you can see the little dusting on there. The drills look fantastic. Look at this color. So I can tell this is going to be really nice to do, because look at the drills. There's another one where, look at the drill. Colors are beautiful. You can see just a little bit of that sheen on it, eh? And of course, I love the fairy dust because they don't give you all the trouble of the ABs to place them, but look at the sheen in there. So that's going to be really, really nice. Now you can see when you look at the ABs, there is a lot more pop. Look at that. See the sparkle in there? But, you know, it's hard to place them, so or trickier to place them. And there's different techniques to do that, but I just found, see, there's some beautiful ABs there, but not a ton of them. And then these guys, look at that. So I think that's important to bring that up, because this all is part of that experience of enjoying the diamond art. And kitting up, you know, sometimes can be laborious, but in this case, I didn't have any problems with static. So I really wanted to share that with you and tell you, boy, if you have an opportunity to get this, and whether you can get it on sale or not, I don't know. But they were very, very well priced, and they really hold them well. And it's just kind of nice to see them in these bottles. Of course, it goes kind of nicely with the bottles and that he's using in his project for painting. So I think this is just going to be a lot of fun. So again, thank you very much for following along, and just some little tips there at the end I thought I'd share. Thank you. Bye-bye.